graduation ceremony for the class of 2018 for Columbia River High School. My name is Alex Odepal, and I'm the principal of Columbia River High School. Please help me thank Mr. David Kashkesh Chartre and the Columbia River High School music students for providing our processional and professional music today. Now please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Audience, please be seated. Seniors, please be seated. Honored guests, parents, guardians, and friends of the graduating class of 2018, this is the 127th annual high school commencement for Vancouver Public Schools, and this is the 53rd graduating class from Columbia River High School. This is a formal ceremony designed to honor our graduating seniors. And with this in mind, if anyone has brought items that would distract from the attention on our students or this ceremony, I ask your cooperation in refraining from using them during the ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce the guests on the stage with me. They are Dr. Stephen Webb, Superintendent, Vancouver Public Schools. Ms. Wendy Smith, board member for the Vancouver Public Schools. Wendy herself is a graduate of Columbia River High School in the class of 1994. Also on the stage is Rob Duncan, associate principal. Ms. Carol Gibson, senior class guidance counselor. As you know, she is retiring, and this is her final commencement ceremony with us. Selected faculty members are also on the stage. Mr. Jacob Burton, Mrs. Michelle Buss, River class, Columbia River High School class of 1986. Sarah Crease, and Chris Molyneux, River class of 1984. In a few moments, you will meet our speakers tonight. Our student speakers are Ellie and Ridge. I would also like to thank and recognize our high school instructional faculty at Columbia River High School. Today they are wearing gowns and hoods representing their respective university, field of study, and degree program. Faculty, please stand so we can recognize and thank you for being here. Thank you. In lieu of a salutatorians or a valedictorian, Vancouver Public Schools recognize the top 5% of the graduating class. From this group of 287 graduates, 2 students were chosen to address the audience tonight at commencement. One student is selected by the senior class, and the other is selected by the faculty to speak at graduation. As indicated in your programs, The theme for our program tonight is We Are Capable of More. Chosen for the honor of speaking tonight are Ellie Firth and Ridge Lottie. Ellie is a member of the top 5% of the Chieftain graduating class. She has earned 11 varsity athletic letters in cross-country, basketball, and track. She is a full International Baccalaureate diploma candidate and has served as captain for multiple seasons in her athletic endeavors. Ellie plans on attending Occidental College in Los Angeles, California next year. There, she will be studying biology and running cross-country and track for the Tigers. Ridge is also a member of the top 5%. He has earned varsity letters in basketball, cross-country, and track. An International Baccalaureate diploma candidate as well, Ridge will be attending California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo, California, where he plans to study electrical engineering. The theme of their joint speech is We Are Capable of More. Please welcome them to the microphone.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, our fellow graduates. Welcome to this special celebration. Tonight is all about us. We did it. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Ridge Lottie, and this is my good friend Ellie Firth. We are so honored to be able to speak in front of you tonight. Thank you for this opportunity. Standing up here with Ellie takes me back to sophomore year when we first met. I walked into first period photography class on the first day of school and found myself sitting next to this girl with a head full of top ramen hair. Now, this wasn't the first time I'd ever seen Ellie. We had actually had classes together freshman year, but I was too afraid to talk to her then. For those of you who know Ellie, you know she can be intimidating with the way she carries herself with confidence. I used to think Ellie was all business and nothing else. However, on the first day of school sophomore year, I quickly found that my preconceived notions of her were entirely false. Instead, I found myself talking to this comical, family-oriented, kind person who I could easily relate to. Had I never spoken to Ellie that day, I don't think we'd be standing up here at the podium together. My old misconceptions of her would have continued, and I never would have made such a valuable friend.
The truth is, you can't really know someone until you talk to them, and that was certainly the case for Ridge and me. We have run multiple seasons of cross-country and track together, raised money for Dornbecker Children's Hospital through the Mr. and Miss CR program, which, by the way, passed the 1 million mark this year. And have spent way too much time arguing, completing projects, and eating more gluten-free brownies and popcorn than we would like to admit, just like we were doing while writing this speech. During the quick approach of graduation, it has been easy to feel mixed emotions of stress, excitement, fear, and joy. All of us, in one way or another, now get to begin a new chapter in our lives. Some of us will be attending college or taking a gap year, while others plan to join the military or workforce. Tonight, we stand at a thrilling time in our lives. We might be leaving home and traveling somewhere new. We might be exposed to new curriculum and cultures. Without a doubt, we will all meet new people and experience new things. This is how we grow, and that independence is something we all can be excited about.
As we take this great leap into the unknown together, I would like to wish you all a happy birthday. I see the confused looks on all of your faces telling me, what in the world did he just say? I said happy birthday, and I say it today because this is truly the beginning of our lives. We stand here ready to face new challenges as young adults on our own in a world where many are struggling. People are struggling to make ends meet, struggling to find tonight's meal or tomorrow's outfit, struggling to cope with loss and failure, struggling to hold a family together, struggling to survive. We are accustomed to reading of human suffering in faraway places, and at times we like to think that these problems are those of the developing world, that we could never experience them at home. This is normal and expected of anyone who's been fortunate enough to never experience these hardships. However, I think our class is quite rare in this regard. We are able to identify suffering in a way people have not seen before. Not only do we look outward, but we look inward to our country, our state, our city, our neighborhood, and our river family. As a community, we have come together to support our peers in the wake of great loss. Last year alone, Columbia River honored two of the most beloved members of its community. Dana Blair's dedication towards her students and players radiated outwards, teaching others to compete while upholding the ideals of respect and equality. And Hunter Pearson, a dear friend to many of you sitting before us, Hunter was a hard worker and a humble leader. What is so remarkable about our response to the tragedies was our ability to feel empathy for those around us. Even though some of you may not have known Miss Blair or Hunter, you came together to show love and support for those who needed it, because that's just what we do in the River family.
Recently, the River community was also met with the loss of Jamie Miller, a chieftain herself. I lived next door to the Millers when my family first moved to Florida in the 3rd grade. Jamie was the kind of person who shined with positivity. She possessed a genuine passion for life, loving her family, and serving others. I was proud to be a part of our last Spirit Assembly earlier this month, as many of you wore pink for Team Jamie. Thank you for that. Your support for their family has been overwhelming. In a world of collisions, your kindness helps to ease the pain. As the acclaimed playwright Athol Fugard said in his drama, Master Harold and the Boys, we're bumping into each other all the time. In a nation that has been rocked by multiple mass shootings, controversial politics, and countless other economic and social issues, it was, and still is, easy to lose sight of what is good, of what embodies hope and love in this chaotic world we find ourselves in. The class of 2018 is a unique one. It is truly different from all other generations of classes that have graduated as chieftains and of classes that have graduated across our nation. We are a generation of young people with the ability to access information with the click of a button, the touch of a screen, and the almost constant connection through social media. But I think that it is important to realize that on many occasions, we are left in the dark. We don't always know what the friend or classmate who we see every day, or occasionally in the hallway, is going through. We don't always know the full story. We are all guilty of judging too quickly and too harshly at times. That is the honest truth. We must take the time to question our judgments, to deconstruct our prejudices. If someone looks at you funny, don't make assumptions. If someone seems alone, be their friend. When you meet someone new, invite them in with open arms. Random acts of kindness go far beyond what we want to believe they do. For someone who is struggling, we have no idea how much that hug, handshake, or conversation meant to them. So we have some work to do. We have hard questions that we can ask ourselves every day as we leave high school. Am I a good listener? What am I doing to stay healthy? What can I do to be a better friend? Does someone I know need help, or do I? There are too many to ask, but asking just a few every day can and will help. These small changes and moments of self-reflection are infectious. As I look out on our audience tonight, I am inspired by the hundreds of graduates who are people willing to take risks and serve others, striving forward while looking back. Graduates ready and willing to make a change, because we, the class of 2018, are capable of more.
Many people look at our generation in judgment before we have had an opportunity to make a name for ourselves. We are told that, as a generation, we are lazy. We don't understand the value of work. We think we are entitled to everything. We have no real stories to tell other than the silly ones on our Snapchats. I, for one, disagree. The class of 2018 has many stories to tell. Some were shared loudly and publicly, like on March 14th. Working alongside our high school's administration, students had the opportunity to take part in the #Enough movement. Leaders within our associated student body and the River community took it upon themselves to organize a peaceful walkout, voting registration, and the signing of letters to our politicians. Students created a platform where their passionate voices could be heard. We stood tall for a cause that we believed in, to show those with more political and social power than us that we had had enough of their unwillingness to act. However, you shouldn't stop at a rally. As high school graduates, many of us are 18 or almost there, and we stand ready to accept our power to vote. This power is what gives us the ability to make positive change in our own communities and the nation at large. At 18, we have the ability to act as the voice of our nation. No longer must we sit idly in the wake of tragedy. No longer is our voice the only weapon we have to attack injustice. No longer are we simply outspoken rebels. We are capable of so much more. The power that we now hold will ripple across the nation. It is a positive force for change that represents the ideals of our generation in the pursuit of a more equal society. Even more impressive, the class of 2018 has not stopped at our own borders. Many of you have traveled abroad during high school, sacrificing your breaks and leisure time in order to support your brothers and sisters across the globe. After tonight, many more of you will continue or begin your global service, with mission trips lasting months or even a year or more. This is something to be very proud of. The age of information has transformed our generation into ambassadors of service across the globe. From an early age, we have been gifted with amazing technologies that have become integral tools in our quest for equality and justice. In each of our pockets lies a set of keys to all that the world has to offer. Through the internet, we have organized movements across the nation and the world. We have the ability to make ourselves more aware of the suffering of others throughout the globe, even if we do not have the opportunity to go and see it with our own eyes. Remember to use the power technology gives us for good. Never hide behind the veil of a digital persona in order to spread maliciousness and hate. Through technology, we are capable of taking our message of love to a broader audience that we cannot physically reach on our own. Our innate capacity to spread ideas so quickly will become one of our greatest achievements.
So take part in it. Become involved in something you are passionate about. Ask tough questions of yourself and others. Be a balanced communicator and inquirer. We have already accomplished so much as graduates that to take a backseat now would be a waste of our potential. In this year alone, 12 athletic teams, including basketball, bowling, golf, gymnastics, soccer, swimming and diving, lacrosse, tennis, and cross country, placed in the top 10 in Washington State on behalf of their scholastic, sportsmanship, and overall performances. There were also many noteworthy individual accomplishments. 19 graduating seniors plan on taking their sport to the next level in college. The Chieftain School Band supported teams at football and basketball games. Our orchestra, art, and theater departments hosted shows and gallery walks displaying the incredible talent of our student creators. Others entered projects and papers into science and film competitions. Link crew leaders welcomed new freshmen at the beginning of the year with goofy games and smiles, making their transition into a completely unfamiliar environment seem a little less daunting. Clubs like National Honor Society, Key Club, and Red Cross Club provided students with the opportunity to serve their communities in ways both large and small. Members organized and donated blood, packaged food at the Clark County Food Bank, volunteered at elementary schools and the Boys and Girls Club, and so much more. Other clubs like Gay Straight Alliance offered a safe place for identity empowerment. You see, we are already capable of more. But to be and to do all these things, we have to first recognize the people who helped us get here, the River community and teachers. I wanted to touch on a few comments made by graduating seniors regarding their teachers. First, thank you, Mr. Cummings, for pushing us to become active members in our communities.
Thank you, Mrs. Buss, for caring so much about each and every student who ever walked into your room.
Thank you, Ms. Davis, Mrs. Cameron, and Mr. Molyneux for showing us how to tackle the curious and challenging questions of our world with confidence.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas, Mrs. Flack, Mrs. Young, Ms. George, and Ms. Quaid for sharing with us the knowledge of our past so that we are better equipped to handle the challenges of our future.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps, Ms. Wilson, and Ms. Kaiser for taking the time to guide each individual student's growth in their own creative way.
Thank you, Mr. Colcord, Mr. Coulomb, Mr. Crowley, and Ms. Green for giving students the skill sets they need to succeed in life and for supporting them every step of the way.
Thank you, Mr. Chartre, for sacrificing anything and everything for your students and being so willing to help them take on new challenges.
Thank you, Ms. Fitz, for making our transition to high school feel so easy. Your ability to make us laugh and smile is unrivaled.
Thank you, Mr. Burton, for going above and beyond to set us up for success. Your great sense of humor and ability to relate to us made every day an exciting adventure.
Thank you, Ms. Watson, Ms. Kopp, Mr. Burnett, and Mrs. Crease and Mrs. Ramey for guiding us through the nuances of new languages and cultures in order to make us more worldly students.
Thank you, Mr. McDonald, Ms. McKenzie, Mrs. Nygaard, and Mr. Morgan for encouraging us to think about complicated problems in a different way.
Thank you, Ms. Ferguson, for giving us access to knowledge and for taking on the arduous task of organizing a bunch of IB kids for CAS.
Thank you, Mr. Binkley and Mrs. Christian, for exposing us to diverse texts that have broadened our understanding of writing styles, devices, and themes.
And finally, thank you, Ms. McAnally, for teaching us to think critically in the search for truth and inspiring us to achieve our goals with grace and poise. You have been both a great mentor and friend.
Teachers, without your help, we never would have become the men and women we are today. We truly mean that. Thank you.
Now, at the end of this speech, Ellie and I are hopeful for the future. We are a tenacious group of people who can be a positive force for good through service and application of knowledge. We are graduating during what Ellie and I and many others might call a pivot year. Things aren't just happening to us anymore. We are making things happen.
So have fun on this next adventure, this life. Be adaptable, genuine, and daring thinkers, listeners, and servers. Be you. Be kind. Bring out the best in others. Be a person who believes that they are always capable of more and will stop at nothing to get there. And along the way, thank the people who have been right by your side. Once again, congratulations on getting this far. Good luck to each and every one of you on what is to come. Thank you.
We did it.
Well done. Well done. The trials, tears, setbacks, and successes of the last 12 years of school have been focused on the events of the past weeks. Seniors, throughout the year, you have thrilled us with athletic performances, you have wowed us with musical performances and parades, and entertained us with a drama production of A Midsummer's Night's Dream. And in the last 2 months, we held prom, the International Baccalaureate battery of exams, ended a perfect season with a state championship for our soccer men. Last weekend, we inducted the 6th group into Columbia River's Hall of Fame. We had baccalaureate on Sunday. We held senior awards on Monday night. Yesterday, 49 of you completed your grad walk back at your elementary or middle school. And finally, today, commencement. Today's commencement signifies a transition for this class. And before we solidify that transition, we again recognize that every student has unique talents and abilities which distinguish them from each other and add to the richness of diversity of this class. Some students were recognized for their talents and abilities at the local, state, and national level. As I mentioned on Monday, June 11th, a special honors awards program was held to recognize some of you seniors. We are extremely proud of the honors bestowed upon many members of this class. The achievements of this class are in part reflected on the millions of dollars in academic, athletic, and activity scholarships that you have collectively earned. Last reported, members of this class have been awarded $8.3 million. Today, there are a few groups that will be recognized for their success in academics and in service. The first group I wish to mention is our honors students. This group is comprised of those who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.3 or higher during their 4 years of high school. These honors students are noted in the program insert. In this class, there are 99 students who have maintained a GPA of 3.3 or higher. Tonight, these students are wearing gold honors cords as a symbol of this accomplishment. In addition, there are 46 of our honors students who are also members of the National Honor Society. These students are noted in your program as well. They are wearing purple and gold cords. At this time, I would like all honors students to stand for recognition. In this class, there are 24 students who enrolled in the Advancement via Individual Determination elective. The AVID elective is focused on preparation for college and career. All 24 students, that's 100%, have been accepted to college or university next fall. These students are wearing Avid stoles. Avid students, please stand. "24 years ago, Columbia River High School added a new category for recognition, the International Baccalaureate Diploma. This year, we recognize graduating seniors who are seeking the International Baccalaureate Diploma. In the class of 2018, there are 21 full diploma candidates. These students are distinguished by a white cowl and are noted in your program as well. IB diploma candidates, would you please stand for recognition? Be seated. Every year, a special group of seniors provide leadership to their class and to the school community. These students have dedicated their creativity, time, and energy to the school beyond their many other commitments. Students, please stand when I call your name and stay standing. Secretary for our Executive Council, Rachel Farina. Treasurer, Sarah Ellis. Community Outreach, Julie Hayes. Vice President, Julie Fergus. President, Tyler Trolson. Members of the Class Council, Amelia Gorecki, Ella Osterwell, and Katie Colson. Please, round of applause for these students and their efforts. Thank you. Every year, a special group of students make a significant commitment to their future and to their country. They are often unsung heroes who are willing to put their own safety on the line so that we may enjoy the security of our nation's freedom. I would like to invite all students who are presently enlisted or those who are preparing for military service to please stand so that our community has an opportunity to thank you. I would like to acknowledge another unique accomplishment achieved by 26 of our graduates. These are students who have earned their Associates in Arts degree from Clark College as they simultaneously have completed their graduation requirements for Vancouver Public Schools. These students are listed in your program. Students receiving the Associate in Arts degree from Clark College, please stand for recognition. Good, thank you. Finally, I would like to recognize members of the class of 2018 who comprise the highest 5% scholastically. This is based on their grade point average. There are 14 students, and each of these outstanding individuals will be called to the stage to receive a medallion in recognition of their exceptional academic accomplishments. Please hold your applause until all students have received their award. At this time, I ask the following students to join me on stage and remain on stage so all can be recognized. The student's name will be read by Mrs. Carol Gibson, class counselor.
Jacqueline Elaine Bernard. Catherine Elise Colson. Julie Marie Fergus. William James Frank. Ellie Lynn Firth. Julie Ann Hayes. Michelle Ann Kinney. William Ridge Arvid Latti. Jonah Harrison Levitt. Madison May Mullahan. Miles Conrad Norris. Cecilia Monica Rathburn. Autumn Lynn Sage. Caitlin Marie Seitz.
It is now my pleasure to present the Columbia River High School Citizenship Award. This is the 53rd year this award has been given, and this is the highest recognition the faculty bestows upon a graduating senior. After today, there will only be 105 students with this elite distinction. The Citizenship Award is granted with the following points in mind: willingness, dependability, democratic spirit, high level of character, working for the group over oneself. The recipients of this award have their names engraved into a larger school plaque that hangs in our Hall of Fame at the front entrance for all of our community to see. At this time, I ask that our two highly honored and respected recipients of the Citizenship Award for the class of 2018 to please come forward when I call your name. Jennifer Ruida Verduzco. Our second winner, Catherine Elise Colson. Ladies and gentlemen, the highlight of the evening's program is the awarding of the diplomas. I would like to present these 287 members of the class of 2018 as the graduating class from Columbia River High School. These students are recommended by the faculty and administration to receive their diplomas this evening. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Vancouver Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Stephen Webb, for his remarks.
Well, good evening, parents, family, and friends of the 2018 graduating class of Columbia River High School. I'm always so honored to be in the presence of such inspiring young people. And Ridge and Nellie and rest of the Chieftain family, you give me such great hope in the future of this great nation. Soon-to-be graduates, commencement is the culminating event of your K-12 education. But as you know, to commence is to begin. And you should feel confident that you are well prepared for the next step in your life journey. Certainly the staff and administration here at River take great pride in this moment. And graduates and families, please join me in thanking these dedicated educators and leaders for the contributions to our graduates' success. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd also like to acknowledge the leadership and service of Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors. Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors consists of 5 elected public officials. Representing the board tonight is Director Wendy Smith. Wendy and her husband have 2 young children, one a 3rd grader at Anderson Elementary. Director Smith was elected in November 2017 to serve on the Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Director Smith, who will confer upon these young people their high school diploma.
I am so excited and honored to be here tonight to share this in this celebration with you. As it was mentioned, I'm an alumna of Columbia River High School, class of 1994, so it is especially meaningful for me to be part of your graduation ceremony. And because you are all here tonight looking fabulous in your caps and gowns, ready to receive your hard-earned diplomas, I know you're capable of doing the math and figuring out that if I graduated in 1994, how old would that make me? But I also know that senioritis set in months ago and you probably won't bother. And for that, I thank you. In addition to serving on the school board, I'm also a high school social studies teacher and I teach seniors, so I'm very familiar with the dangers of senioritis. I assure you it's a very real condition. I have in fact seen it ruin lives. And I'm so thankful that you all managed to fight through your affliction and recover enough to be here tonight. We are here tonight to applaud your accomplishments, but I also want to recognize your families for the support and encouragement, and maybe some nagging, that they provided to get you here. Maybe a lot of nagging. I want to recognize the teachers, administrators, counselors, nurses, librarians, therapists, staff assistants, bus drivers, cafeteria and playground monitors, crossing guards, substitutes, secretaries, translators, security guards, custodians, maintenance workers, coaches, volunteers, school board directors, superintendents, and anyone else I may have neglected to mention for their support and encouragement that helped get you here as well. Because while tonight is all about you, what I want to say is that from our perspective, it has always been all about you, all of you. What we do as educators collectively takes an unfathomable amount of effort. You can't quantify it, you can't begin to comprehend it. The sheer number of emails that have been sent on your behalves over the length of your public education experience would addle the brain. The amount of time and energy, the thought and concern, the love and the hopes that have been invested in you over the last many years, all that effort was for you. And it is truly a labor of love. There are so many people who have labored for you every day. There are those who you know and have come to care for and will miss. Your favorite teachers, the counselor whose door was always open, the caring staff assistant who helped you get through math, the coach who pushed you farther than you ever thought you could go. But there are also so many, many others, people you never saw, people whose names you'll never know, people who you have never and may never meet. The work of thousands of people, all done to bring you here tonight, to help guide you onto your future path. And all of us, those who stand at the front of the classroom and those of us who work behind the scenes, congratulate you and look forward to seeing what you do next. This is the final thought I want to leave with you. There have been so many people working for you and with you over the years, all those helpers. We're not going anywhere. We'll still be here, cheering you on, still wanting what's best for you. But high school graduation is both an ending and a beginning. We have helped you, and now it is time for you to go out into the world and become helpers as well, to make your contributions in whatever form they may take that will make our community, our country, our world a better place. We have invested so much in you, and we would do it all over again because you are worth it. Every single one of you is worth the efforts of thousands. We have done our part to make the world a better place because here you are. And now it's your turn to show your worth. It is time for you to go out and do good in the world, to find the people whom you can help, to solve the problems we know you can solve, to fix, to invent, to build, to grow, to imagine, to create a future for all of us. We know you can do it, we believe in you, and we are so, so proud of you. And now I get to say my favorite part. On behalf of the Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors, I attest and certify that the students presented to you have met the graduation requirements established by the State of Washington and Vancouver Public Schools. And it is my great honor to accept the graduating class of 2018 from Columbia River High School and confer upon you your high school diploma.
Vancouver Public Schools recognize that the path to graduation and post-high school success is achieved through a range of learning opportunities for our students. This evening, we are here to recognize and award diplomas to those individuals who have met their graduation diploma requirements. It is our duty as designees of the Vancouver Public School District to recognize and award diplomas to this year's graduating class of 2018. Reading the names of our students will be faculty members who were chosen by our senior class. They are Jacob Burton, Michelle Buss, Sarah Crease, and Chris Molyneux.
Everly Alexandra Lawrence. Go second. Oh, okay. Jacqueline Elaine Bernard. Catherine Elise Colson. Julie Marie Fergus. William James Frank. Ellie Lynn Firth. Julie Ann Hayes. Michelle Ann Kinney. William Ridge Arvid Lottie. Jonah Harrison Levitt. Madison May Mulholland. Miles Conrad Norris. Cecilia Monica Rathburn. Autumn Lynn Sage. Caitlin Marie Sipes. Razak Opayami Adeshina. Kiara Mary Angel Ayek. Isaac Judson Aljets. Charlie Janae Anderson. David Bryce Anderson. Malcolm Inyo Anderson. Christina Olgovna Akashenko. Brandon Scott Bailey. Elise Lynn Bain. Abigail Nevada Bannon. Chase Stewart Barnett. Enrique Alexander Barrera. Braden Daniel Beatty. Carly Jean Belvin. Rosetta Marie Benjamin Voisin. Alexis Victoria Bennett. Irene Bibian. Sarah Kate Blackwell. Taylor Marie Blakely. Ruben Elizondo Blancas. Christopher Michael Blatty. Riley Jacob Bleege. Grace Boyru. Maya Jordan Bolds. Chandler Endicott Bolte. Leo Victor Bond. Alexandra Rose Bortz. Joshua Roland Bottleberg. Evan Christopher Bowen. Bo Parker Braden. Jesse James Bradford. Kieran Singh Brar. Connor David Brower. Carolyn Ann Brown. Madison Rose Brown. Riley James Burke. Kai George Butkus. Jared Gray Calhoun. Margaret Kathleen Campbell. Taylor Marie Candelora. Victoria Mackenzie Carrasco Chadwick. Marissa Irene Carricker. Austin David Carter. Kyle Allen Castle. Emma Catherine Chapman. Mitchell Reese Chipman. Madeline Page Christian. Josiah Thomas Clark. Keberly Jean Cloyd. And Gabrielle Rose Collins.
Ryan Stephen Henry Connup. Tyler Peyton Correa. Carol Jeanette Cruz Escamilla. Anthony Danes. Sorry, Anthony Joe Danes. Gotcha. Angela Laura Deschamps. Emily Taylor DeVore. Olivia Marie Dixon. Nicholas Mackenzie Diltz. Dylan Thomas Divins. Justin Michael Dolan Flores. Jennifer Alondra Duarte Vega. Meridian Marie Deuce. Bailey Marie Dye. Corey Ivan Easterly. Hannah Pearl Edwards. Alexander John Eichen. Haley McKenna Ellingson. Sarah Elizabeth Ellis. Rosana Maria Espinoza Moino. Cale Robert Montgomery Fairbrother. Elizabeth Ann Fallis. Rachel Renee Farina. Morgan Nice Fitzer. Haley Afton Floria. Chandler Allen Foley. David Emmanuel Franquez Flores. Kimberly Ann Frazier. Alejandro Garcia. Natalie Rose Garcia. Brendan Gunnar Geist. Cade William Gerlach. Madeline Haley Getz. Kyle Anthony Gomez. Austin Taylor Gonzalez. David Gonzalez Martinez. Amelia Maria Gorecki. Tessa Noel Graham. Billy Keontae Gray. Kieran Eric Bott Gregerson. Skylar Jacob Grote. Drew Michael Gustafson. Nassim Gutierrez Orozco. Marco Antonio Gutierrez Santiago. Sarah Elizabeth Esme Harburg. Jordan Nicole Hamilton. Abraham Gerald George Hansen. Ellen Suzanne Hardy. Peyton James Harrell. Hannah E. Hahn. Sierra Yvonne Hayes. Colin Patrick Helt. Brandon Roy Hennigan. Jacob Lawrence York. Andrea Nicole Hoy. Madison Lauren Hosford. Lottie Mae Hubble. Mariah Puwahi Wanenya. Ryan Austin Hunt. Trinity Rain Irby. Ilana Usla. Coben Trent Jameson. Anthony Michael Jenkins. Kyle Patrick Johnson. Aubrey Jean Jones. And Keely Jones.
Anastasia Kakorin. Daria Sergeyevna Kakorin. Lauren Marie Kersavage. Zachary Anthony Kersavage. David James Kimsey. Nakai Ray Knox. Logan Daniel Knudsen. Katie Elizabeth Colby. Jack Harrison Kalasvari. Kaylee Nicole Kanosakis. Apostoli Sebastianos Kosaris. Hope Alexandria Kriofsky Rogers. Caitlin Honesty Kukula. Nathan Christopher Coons. Caitlin Michelle Coons. Taryn Addison Lake. Rexel Jacob Lampkin. Sophie Louisa Landers. Angel Jose Sanchez Lane. Grace Adele Lanning. Aaliyah Marie LaPlante. Hannah Patrice Larson. Tasha Isabella LaRue. Catherine Nicole Lee. Savannah Marie Lee. Kaylee Jan Lehman. Noah Wade Lindsley. Callie Grace Lopper. Alexander Lopez. Ethan Kobe Maffeo. Isaac Burt Martin. Christian Jesus Martinez. Naomi Rochelle Martinez. Gilberto Jr. Martinez Espinoza. Claire Eileen McCallum. Emma Kate McLean. Alejandra Calderon McLean. Lily Colleen McCrae. Rob Braden Mead. Cheyenne Riley Meador Wagner. Justin Bodine Marrow. Eric Edward Paul Miller. Joy Mary Miller. Madison Joy Mirabella. Noah Frank Mishler. Grace Andrea Moe. McKaylee Elizabeth Hope Moore. Melanie Brianne Moore. Bailey Christine Mulligan. Bradley Unitas Munson. Mirabella Nicole Murphy. Lauren Olivia Murray. Katrina Niang. Micah James Neslin. Michael Christian Ness. Kara Elizabeth Nosker. Rhiannon Victoria Norum. Nicholas William Nygaard. Taylor Ann Olson. Samara Danette Ortega Amador. Ilya G. Ostapenko. Ella Grace Osterweil. Carson Eugene Ryan Owens.
Tyler Dayton Oxford Niekirk. Zane Donovan Paganelli. Claire Nicole Pardue. Caitlin Elizabeth Parkinson. Cody Thomas Perry. Ricardo Partida Alvarez. Sarah Mae Payne. Ashley Hope Noel Pearsall. Roger Elian Panacho Ruiz. Christian Lawrence Timothy Pratka. Nabil Khalil Prince. Brandon Lee Prindle. Benjamin Pavlovich Primack. Taylor Angel Purdy. Casey Quintero. Caleb Bryce Rabatoy. Aaron Carl Racher. Kaiden Kenneth Rausch. Jason Edward Rebstock. Olivia Jacqueline Reef. Natani Shantai Reed. Sarah Nicole Rhodes. Jacob Timothy Robeck. Jasmine Elisa Roberts. Cole James Baker Robinson. Alexis Ioani Romero. Tabitha Rose Rominger. Caitlin Elizabeth Rowe. Jennifer Rueda Verduzco. Juan Antonio Salas. Bailey Patrick Sarvella. Sabrina Danielle Savinkoff. Curtis James Schaefer. Michael Thomas Scheidt. Paige Maureen Schlosser. Piper Lily Scott. Kyle Matthew Sharp. Sophia Ann Schemas. Tyler Lee Skinner. Kim Zaira Canto Soteridona. Aaliyah Robin Stalder. Magdalene Sala Stapleton. Lucas K. Steffel. James Andrew Stone. Andrew Leonard Sturgeon. Danielle Marie Swift. Kelly Jo Taxon Wilson. Emily Catherine Thie. Julian Leroy Torres. Tyler Ross Trolson. Paige Ashlyn True. Ryan Michael Tullis. Elijah Michael Van Allen. Macaulay Verasoto. Saul Villagomez Almazan. Mason Nikolai Waite. Cade Taylor Warren. Kaylani Marie West. Lyric Yvonne West. Chad Michael Williams. Hannah Lorraine Williams. Hannah Renee Celeste. Jordan Lee Wolsine. Jeremy Lee Voitrick Pham. Kylie Mae Yakimchik. Hunter Colby Yost. Amber Dawn Wesselou. Rebecca Gunderson. Bertha Toume Viella. Avanil Krishna Lal. Chase Kanhaya Lal. Kaylee Watkins.
It is now time to transition our students into their new status as graduates. Graduates, please stand. Students, raise your right hand. Grab your tassel. Move your tassel from the right to the left. The culminating piece to our ceremony tonight is the singing of the Columbia River High School alma mater. Columbia River music students, graduates from the class of 2018, will join me on the stage and lead their class in the singing of the alma mater. We invite the audience to please stand and join us in the singing of Columbia River High School's alma mater. The words to our alma mater are on the back of your program and will be projected on the screen. Arena tonight. Class of 2018, you are once a chieftain, and you are always a chieftain. At this time, I ask the faculty to step into the aisles. Students, graduates, you may now exit the arena.